My name is Cassidy Howard. I am a junior at Michigan State University, majoring in journalism and minoring in creative writing, and I will be doing some poetry. My first piece, He Calls Me His Dear, is one of the first poems I ever wrote about sexual abuse and violence in and out of relationships. And so it definitely is not super direct, but I love it because it shows the steps that I took to get to where I am and to get to be an advocate in the way that I am. And so it's a piece that I'm really proud of and I really enjoy performing, and I think that it's important because it's a part of my story. I got into writing poetry in the 7th grade following the Pulse nightclub shooting. I learned then that I didn't know how else to deal with things other than to write with them. And so good things, bad things, I would write them. Any emotion that I didn't know how to verbally put to words, I could write it, and then I was able to look over it as many times as I needed, pick exactly the right words. It wasn't as stressful as just talking was. And then over time, I learned that I really like to perform them out loud, and I've been doing that since I think my freshman year of high school when I worked with Inside Out Literary Arts. It is so unbelievably cool to be doing FemFest for a second year. I remember vividly being asked what I looked forward to the most, and it was meeting the people and more members of the creative community. And I did do that. And I feel like FemFest allowed me to get so much more included within the creative community. And so being able to be a part of that, to be a part of the community that people get to meet is just so, so cool. And I want to try and help to continue just make it welcoming and show people that everybody's an artist and whatever you want to create is what you should be creating. I've made some really good friends after last year's FemFest when they came up to me to talk about what I had performed. And it's just really cool to hear that the things that I went through, good or bad, are things that have changed other people, and that what I've been able to write has helped some people to feel heard and helped them to heal in little ways, I've been told, which is just a crazy notion that I've been able to help people with just writing what I felt. I am most excited to interact with the people again, to interact with the other performers who I admire so much. They are all so talented and just so incredibly unique, and the way that they've harnessed their craft is unbelievable. So getting to be around that again and to perform alongside the people is just unbelievable to me. And I'm really stoked to get to talk to more members of the audience. I'm hoping I make more friends. I promise I am not as depressing as some of my poems are. If you're coming to watch and you're an engineering major and you're like, this really isn't my thing, or this isn't really where the money's at, I get it. But know that if you want to, you can. There is always room for a little satchel full of poetry or whatever art it is that you feel the need to create. We are poems writing poetry.